Private and foreign land tenure is haram and dangerous. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له شهادة من هو خير مقاما وأحسن نديا وأشهد أن سيدنا محمد عبده ورسوله متصف بالمكارم كبارا وصبيا اللهم فصل وسلم على سيدنا محمد كان صادق الوعد وكان رسول نبيا وعلى آله وصحبه الذي يحسنون إسلامهم ولم يفعلون شيئا فريا أما بعد فيا أيها الحاضر رحمكم الله أوصي نفسي وإياكم بتقوى الله فقد فاز المتقون قال الله تعالى وأن هذا صراطي مستقيما فاتبعوه ولا تتبعوا السبل فتقر بكم عن سبيله ذلكم وصاكم به لعلكم تتقون. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has given us the blessings and faith in Islam and allow us to gather in this blessed place. Peace and blessing be upon the Prophet Muhammad. Peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, his family, friends, and all his followers until the end of time. Friday, Congregation Rahimakumullah. President Jokowi signed Presidential Regulation Number 75 of 2024 on the accelerations of the development of the capital city of Archipelago IKN on July 11, 2024, which regulates the cultivation rights title HGU for investors for up to 95 years and can be extended up to 190 years. This regulation aims to attract foreign investors, which are still minimal, but contradicts a number of regulations and is contrary to the threatened state sovereignty. The colonial agrarian law Agrarisch Wet 1870, created by the Dutch colonizers, allowed only grants HGU for a maximum of 75 years. While this purpose grants HGU for almost 2 centuries, the granting of a 190-year HGU violates the Constitution, Law No. 5, 1960, and agrarian principles, which limits the HGU to a maximum of 35 years with a 25-year extensions, and Constitutional Court Decision Number 2122 POO 2007. In addition, this regulation is worse than 1870 colonial agrarian law, which gave a maximum HGU of 75 years. Although the land remains state-owned, this long-term HGU jeopardizes sovereignty because foreigners will control the land and its natural resources for almost 2 centuries, limiting people's access to these resources. Friday, Congregation Rahimakumullah. Islam has its own laws regarding land. First, land can be privately owned, milkiyah fardiyah, whether for housing, business, rice fields, farm, fisheries, or livestock. And every citizen, Muslim or disbeliever, has the right to own it, either by substance or by right of use. Secondly, the Islamic State is authorized to distribute land to the people as private property rights or HGUs and supervise its management. Neglect of the land for 3 years will invalidate its ownership based on the consensus of the companions at the time of Umar bin Khattab radhiyallahu anhu, narrated by Imam al-Bayhaqi, hadith number 11825. 11,825. Third, the Prophet forbid the leasing of agricultural land, al-mukhabara, by taking a certain share of the yield, narrated by Abu Dawud, Ahmad al-Bayhaqi, at-Tirmidhi. 4. Land with public resources such as mines or abundant springs belongs to the public milkiyah amma and is managed by the state, not to be handed over to the private sector of foreigners. According to the Prophet's words, Muslims are united in three things: water, trust, and fire, narrated by Ibn Majah. 5. Islam prohibits the practice of imperialism by foreigners through land control that can threaten the sovereignty of the state. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَن يَجْعَلَ اللَّهُ لِلْكَافِرِينَ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Allah will never give way to the disbelievers in annihilate the believers. An-Nisa verse 141. Friday, Congregation Rahimahumullah. The government's policy of granting 190 years hakius to foreign entrepreneurs reflects the ideology of capitalism, which encourages the privatization of natural resources and land. As a result, local residents of IKN, such as those in Pemaluan and Spaku, are threatened with eviction. The development of IKN also threatens the environment, including the mangrove ecosystem in Balikpapan Bay and the livelihoods of nearly 10,000 fishermen around Kutai Kartanegara and Balikpapan. Ironically, when land in IKN is given to foreign investors, millions of people do not have land titles. President Jokowi stated in 2015 that out of 126 million plots of lands, 80 million people do not have certificates. In land disputes, the government uses the law of domain, fair clearing, which declares land without certificates to belong to the state, threatening millions of citizens without property rights, certificates, and opening opportunities for the land mafia. All Muslim, it is evident that rules other than Islam have failed to protect the rights of the people and sovereignty of the country. Businessmen, especially foreigners, have been given a red carpet to cement their position in this country for almost 2 centuries. In contrast, the lives of the people have not become more prosperous. Instead, they are made more difficult by policies that threaten their land and livelihoods. Will this corrupt and destructive system of capitalism be maintained? Whereas Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has shown us the straight and saving path. This is perfect Islam with all its laws. Then why do we turn away? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أَلَمْ تَرَ إِلَى الَّذِينَ يَزْعُمُونَ أَنَّهُمْ آمَنُوا بِمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ وَمَا أُنزِلَ مِنْ قَبْلِكَ يُرِيدُونَ أَنْ يَتَحَكَّمُوا إِلَى الطَّاغُوتِ وَقَدْ أُمِرُوا أَنْ يَكْفُرُوا بِهِ يُرِيدُ الشَّيْطَانُ أَنْ يُضِلَّهُمْ ضَلَالًا بَعِيدًا. Have you not considered those who claim to believe in that which has been revealed to you and that which was revealed to the messengers before you? And so they want to judge by the Taghut, yet they have been commanded to disavoid the Taghut. Shaitan intends to mislead them with the farthest possible misguidance. And it's at verse 16. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن العظيم ونفعني وإياكم بما فيه من الآيات والذكر الحكيم وتقبل منا ومنكم تلاوته إنه هو السميع العليم وقولوا قولي هذا فاستغفر الله العظيم إنه هو الغفور الرحيم.